Welcome back to yet another episode of Renegades React. Here we are once again reacting to some more Wreck-It Ralph.
For once, we're halfway on time.
Yeah,
Ralph.
Because
this came out 11 hours ago.
Yeah, Ralph Breaks the Internet, a.k.a. Wreck-It Ralph 2. The official trailer, number 2.
This shit's hot off the fucking presses.
Yeah, it is. Boy, howdy ain't it.
Uh-huh.
So, okay. So we saw in the last trailer, Vanellope met up with all of the Disney princesses.
Yep.
And nobody could understand a freaking word Merida was saying. I understood everything she was saying.
She's from the other company.
Yeah.
She's from the other studio.
Yeah, and then you had Rapunzel, Cinderella, Snow White. You had them all there.
Cinderella had ears that time. That
somebody
weird.
named a couple that they were missing, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, where were they?
Was Tiana one of them?
No, I think Tiana was there.
Damn. I can't remember. So, okay. First off, the first Wreck-It Ralph game, or movie, blah, 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 blah. It was a movie based on a video game. What do you want from me?
Yeah. So,
the first Wreck-It Ralph movie was awesome. I thought it was one of the funniest, Disney animated films of, like, the last 5 years. You have John C. Reilly playing, a big-fisted buffoon who doesn't really have any scope of what he wrecks. What?
nothing.
Big-fisted? Was that what got you?
No. You understood what I was thinking.
You're thinking about me, right? A big-fisted dolt?
Let's watch a trailer. Let's watch this trailer.
No, let's continue this story.
No, this story's over. No, I already did the bit I wanted to do. Let's watch the trailer.
Okay.
Oh, somebody noticed on your Jacksepticeye reactions, they were like, hey, Nate's pop filter's back. And I was like, yeah, we recorded this before he murdered it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good times.
All right. Get it on screen. Here we go.
Okay.
3, 2.
Classic.
Way to go, kid.
1 second, I'm having the time of my life. The next thing I know, my game is just gone.
Huh.
Oh, no.
Sugar Rush is getting unplugged. Oh, no. I'm freaking out hard.
Good.
If I'm not a racer, what am I?
Oh, you're my best friend. All we gotta do is find the part to fix your game. Everything goes back to the way it was.
But where are we gonna find that?
The internet.
What?
Get rid of belly fat using this one weird trick.
Sassy housewives want to meet you. They do. Want to get rich playing video games? Slaughter Race. He's wicked dangerous. Oh, nice kitty. Nice kitty.
The dog.
Ah! Ah! I don't like this game.
Oh no.
Who are you?
Gal Gadot, by the way.
Yep.
Showtime. Let's race.
Come and get it.
Get back on the track.
There is no track. I can drive anywhere.
Let you down.
Love it here.
Who knew there's so many babies and cats in the world?
That is what
Disney just rickroll us.
Yeah.
I want this to be my life. I don't think I could ever tell Ralph.
There's no law saying best friends have to have the same dreams.
This is what's called the dog net. Are
No.
you sure this is safe?
Oh,
What
no.
do? Do not look at his little brother. Oh, his little brother? What are you doing here? The reason I came to your neck is a face. I mean, there's a face in your neck.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh dear.
That's legitimately funny.
That's terrible.
I was skeptical about it after the first trailer, but I'm I'm on board with it again.
That is legitimately funny, and I have no complaints. This looks like it's going to effectively be like it's going to correct all of the mistakes the Emoji Movie made.
The only thing about that last joke is I feel like that was ripped off from Austin Powers to an extent.
Which one?
Nice to meet you, Mole. Moly, 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 moly.
Well, actually, that's actually ripped off from a, I believe it's a mad. It was a skit where they were making fun of Total Recall. It was just like.
I forgot about Total Recall for a minute.
Yeah, and he's just. It was just like hi there, hi there. I didn't. And all of a sudden you hear Guado just go, "Don't stare, it's rude." He's like, "Holy your tots!"
Yep.
and you see, it all depends on how the joke is told and how it's used. I mean, there was a joke actually in the Muppet, the new Muppet movie. Well, not the newest one, but the Muppets, like the remake of the reboot of the Muppets.
Yeah.
And it was they were at Kermit the Frog's mansion, and no one was home, and they turn around and walking down the street with a white silhouette behind him with a chorus playing in the background. It's Kermit the Frog, and then you see the lights from behind Kermit turn right, and you see it's actually a bus. It's actually a church bus with the choir practicing inside.
Good.
And I'm just like,
that's well done.
Okay. But the thing is, they'd actually done that joke before. And its use being effective because not a lot of kids who watch this have seen Austin Powers. And if the joke is used more effectively here, then even the people who saw it in the original Austin Powers movies will relate it to this. And not just Austin Powers. And it just depends on how they go about telling the joke. I mean,
how many times has, the Godfather bit been done?
Oh, God.
Think about it. How many times have you seen, you come to me, you ask me for this favor.
Yeah.
On this, the day of my cat's quinceañera.
That was in, the most recent thing I think I saw that in was Zootopia.
Yeah,
no, that is the best one I've ever seen.
Zootopia?
Yeah, that one is the best use of the Godfather bit I have ever seen.
Actually, there was one. It was a parody movie. That actually had Marlon Brando again as a Don with Matthew Broderick, who was getting ready to marry his daughter. And it was actually them going on a little bit of a drive, and some mobster started chasing them, and all of a sudden you just hear Marlon Brando just he's sitting there with his coffee in his hand. He's like, "Hey, you spilled my coffee."
Man,
it's funny. It's some funny stuff.
Fucking Marlon Brando, man.
But okay.
Now I have to look up to see who actually did the voice in Zootopia.
Oh, God.
I'm looking it up.
I'm
looking it up right now.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the new Wreck-It Ralph Breaks the Internet brings to the table. I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping we get more and more because the possibilities that were given to us in the first Wreck-It Ralph are limitless. I mean, and now that we have access to the internet, holy mackerel! The amount of stuff you can do.
It's getting like a Ready Player One vibe.
Kind of.
Yeah, the
especially with the racing and everything.
Yeah, the slaughter race, is that what it was?
Yeah.
That reminded me of the tracks from Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. Sort of like a pseudo-apocalyptic / like love letter to Mad Max, effectively.
Yeah.
And I like that. But at the same time, who's to say that they weren't, both films were developed around the same time.
Probably.
It's just Wreck-It Ralph had a longer dev time because...
Animated.
CG.
Yeah.
So.
It was
there was a lot of CG in Ready Player One.
It was Maurice LaMarche in Zootopia.
Jesus.
Okay.
So...
Just had to be sure.
So
Had to know.
Disney has been on a roll so far with pretty much everything they've done.
Yeah.
And I mean, you look at, save for the most recent Star Wars films, which, say what you want. It's just, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, what Disney has been able to pull off, not only with Pixar, Disney Animation Studios, and Marvel Studios, I mean, just those three alone, that's huge numbers that they're able to pull off. And I'm hoping that this lives up to the hype, because this can go really good or really bad depending on how they handle it.
Yeah.
But given Disney's track record, I have nothing but faith that this will be handled not delicately, but it will be handled correctly.
Like, let's just hope, because you drew a comparison to the Emoji Movie, and I'm like, let's hope we don't get too much of a comparison to the Emoji Movie.
I mean, it's going in a similar direction, but I feel like it works better with this.
I really hope so.
Well,
because when you said Emoji Movie, I started getting scared.
No. The reason why I say that is because the Emoji Movie tried too much too fast. It tried to introduce us to the wide open, outside of the main character being so uninteresting, and also the conflict of the film not being very interesting either, or anything like that. In this,
and the whole concept of the film just being kind of dumb to start with.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Which here, you already have pre-established characters. You have Ralph and Vanellope, and
Felix.
Well, and Felix and Calhoun.
Yeah, I checked I was like, okay, I need to be sure that Calhoun is in this,
and she is.
She is.
Thank goodness.
We're good. I had to check. I got worried.
But okay.
We're okay.
So we have all these pre-established relationships. That's one thing this movie has an advantage over Emoji Movie. Number two, the conflict that is at hand is actually a lot better. Because
a conflict.
Yeah, it's an actual conflict instead of, he made a wrong face.
Yeah.
Whoop-de friggin' shit. And all of a sudden, it's just crazy to me whenever people see something like the Emoji Movie and are just like, it's like, oh, this is actually a good film and all that. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, speaking of the conflict,
is the Emoji Movie a good film?
No.
I think the conflict's my favorite thing we found out from this trailer, because the whole first trailer, I was kind of wondering, it's like, oh, they're going on the internet, and it's kind of like, why though?
They don't really give a reason in the first trailer.
No,
so I'm glad that they did that this time.
I like the reason they gave, because it's kind of like, it makes sense,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, hey,
it's like on the scale of like how much, I'm gonna say, I guess a sense of urgency that you could give to this alternate world that only takes place within arcade cabinets. Like, that's a pretty good idea, in my opinion. It's like, oh, the part's broken, your arcade cabinet's going to be gone. It's like, no, we can get a new part. Where? The internet. True. That's where you would have to go to probably find a part to an arcade cabinet like that.
Yeah.
The guy with two heads?
Yeah.
Alfred Molina. I'm so happy. Man.
Oh, God.
That's so good.
Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2. Unbelievable.
Every time I hear the name Molina, it reminds me of the Chronicles of Riddick Escape from Butcher Bay.
Molina.
Molina, he beat my face in. Can you fuck him up for me? Or whatever that was. That was such a good game at the time. Oh, that's a badass game.
God.
I want to play it again, but I don't know if it holds up today.
Chronicles of Riddick? It might. You never know.
I've heard, like, I don't know. We may have to do a stream and test it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'd be down.
Yeah. give it a shot, guys.
It's like back when I played it, that was like one of my favorite games for a while because it pioneered a lot of shit actually.
Oh yeah,
It's one of the first person brawling like combats to be done well.
yeah.
And just the stealth and everything in it. And
I remember everyone was like,
not to mention it was a game based off of a movie that actually didn't suck.
yeah. Well,
that was hard to pull off ever.
The video game was actually, in my opinion, better than the movie.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I'm checking my sources on this just to be absolutely sure, but I'm pretty sure Vin Diesel actually helped finance the.
Yeah. That's Vin Diesel's game design company.
Yeah,
Starbreeze.
yeah, which
Yeah.
is like that's how you can tell. It's like, all right, I really like this character. Let's make good games with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I
There you
always
go.
appreciated that. I appreciated that an actor made a movie and then they were willing to. I mean, they liked video games as well, and were willing to go as far as make a game design company. And then they were like, "Hey, can we get the rights to make a game based off this movie I'm acting in?" And
Yeah.
he got that shit done, and I was just always like respect for that. You know?
And
Yeah.
I mean,
It
Vin
did
Diesel's
well on
a
it.
giant nerd.
Yeah.
He is.
I mean, he The Last Witch Hunter was based off of one of his D&D characters.
Nice.
Like his favorite D&D character that he's ever played. That was the basis for that movie.
Fair enough.
I'm like, okay. All right. I'm in. Okay.
All right.
Don't know that the movie was very good, but I think it's a great.
I like that too, just because people are always like D&D characters are just little skinny nerds sitting in their mom's basement. It's like Vin Diesel is a giant monster of a man that also plays D&D.
It's true.
Yeah.
He is.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode of Renegades React. This was the trailer for Ralph Breaks the Internet, and I got to be honest, I like this trailer better than the first one because we get a lot more, and we're actually seeing the main conflict of this film, and
Yeah, like,
It's
there's
a-
actually a reason for this film now.
yeah.
Yep.
Great.
So-
that's wonderful.
If you all want to check out the original videos, links are in the description down below, as always. And until next time, signing off, I'm Nate,
I'm Ben.
I'm Kyra.
I'm Nick.
and we will see you later, everyone. Peace out.
I'm amazed none of us said, I'm gonna wreck it.
I expect.
I'm gonna wreck it! There, you happy now?
Yes.